Hello everyone, back for another doll video, and today I'm going to be talking about this holiday joy Barbie. I'm going to be doing a review over her and kind of doing a little story time. So I know it's kind of late because it's a holiday doll and it's almost March, but I thought I'd talk about her anyway because she is one of my favorite ones. So I did get her from eBay almost 2 months ago. And I did an unboxing of her, but I also wanted to come on and talk about my history with this doll and what she means to me. So I got this doll whenever I was riding the school bus when I was a kid. And this girl across from me was playing with her, and I asked her if I could see the dolls because I wanted to see what ones they were because I was interested. And she had this one, and she had a Palm Beach Skipper, and they were both kind of in tattered condition. They were well-loved dolls. And I had two newer Barbies at home they were like newer ones at the time, and so I asked her if we could trade them. So she traded me her dolls, and then when I went home, I got two of my newer ones and gave them to her. Because I wanted the other one was a Palm Beach Skipper, and I'd been wanting Palm Beach Skipper for ever. So this was back in 2005, somewhere in there. So yeah, and then there was this one which I didn't know what doll she was. And she had a haircut, her hair was cut to maybe here. And she was dirty, and her hair was ponytailed on top of her head, the same with the Skipper doll. But I was intrigued by her. I saw her, and she was on a body that I wasn't familiar with. She is on the 1991 body, if I'm not mistaken. But I was taken back by her because I had a Barbie previous to this that she reminded me of. And it was my first ballet lesson Barbie. I don't know, something about her screening reminded me of this one. I know the screening is completely different, but somehow how the screening turned out, with her eyes being much smaller and everything, she looked like a red-lipped, one with red lips and green eyes. She looked like that sort of variant of this doll. So I was really intrigued by that. And I had never seen her before. So she literally has the same skin tone, the same hair color, but they're this doll is from 2005. And she has the more enlarged Generation Girl head sculpt. So they both do have the Generation Girl head. This one is just the enlarged one that they started producing in 2004, somewhere in there. So yeah, shortly after this doll came out, they retired this face mold and moved on to this bigger one. So, but when I saw her, and her eyebrows too, the way the eyebrows looks so much like this one. I don't know, just the way the screening came out looked so similar to her, even though they literally have different screenings. So she has the one dot over here, and then she has all these little individual white or lighter details, whilst this one, it's a ring around her iris with the little things connected to it, like a gear. It looks like a gear or something, and she's got the two white dots. And she has 3 lashes on bottom, and she's got a lot more, but for some reason the screening turned out looking very similar. I don't know, but that's why she fascinated me. Of course, that doll, when I got her, she did not have her outfit or anything. She was naked. So I had no idea who she was. I can't remember when exactly I got her identified, but it had to have been way later on. I must have been scrolling around on eBay and saw her new in box and recognized her face and knew which one she was. But yeah, and then I got a second one back then, and she was pretty much new looking. Both of them did not have the necklace on though, but I can imagine. Yeah, the necklace is, it's tied, so there's like a tied part there and there's one little bead on it. So, one little red bead. So I'm guessing the knot that is tied must have come loose in a lot of these, and the necklace must have come off and got lost. So, but I think both of mine had their earrings, but the other one I got was like in 2006 or something at the flea market, and she was wearing like a gingham dress. It was like red. I think it was like red gingham at the bottom, and the top was just plain red. But yeah, I saw her and I was like, oh wow, she has her original hair color. Well, back when my grandma, when I was living with my grandma, whenever she had, because like what I used to do is I used to sneak off. What would happen is my grandma would bring me to the flea market and she'd actually give me money to spend on stuff. And so I would sneak off to look at the Barbies, and of course I would buy some of the Barbies and like hide them from her because she had gotten to a point where she didn't want me to have dolls anymore. She wanted me to grow up. So I would just basically lie to her and say, oh, well, I didn't find anything. I'm just going to save the money to get lunch at school or something, like get something extra at lunch at school. So she never found out about me getting Barbies at the flea market. But yeah, the second one I got was one of her, and she had actually had her original hair length, which I didn't know how long her hair originally was. But she wound up finding the first one in my room, and so that doll got confiscated, and I never saw her again. And then this one, I donated my second one like this, I donated her in 2013-ish, something like that, because I used to have to keep my dolls outside. So this one, my original one, or my second one, like this, actually suffered like some of her, like because she was outside, some of the paint on her face came off, and I think her lips were also kind of messed up too for me, like putting her in my backpack and taking her out, so her lips got smudged. So her face paint was kind of damaged, so I wound up donating her, and her hair was also kind of thin. So I was like, I don't really want to keep her, she's kind of messed up. So then I didn't have this doll anymore. We'll fast forward to 2 months ago, and I finally got her back. So yeah, that's kind of the long drawn out story of this doll. But I was looking around on eBay. I'd actually seen two of this doll on Mercari or something. They were both nude. They didn't have their clothes, but it was like two of them, and I was going to get them, but I couldn't find the listing again. So whenever I actually went to go look for this doll again, I went to go look for that listing because I figured, well, if I get them out of box and just kind of loose without clothes on, they'll be cheaper. Well, I went to look for that listing. They weren't there. So I went looking for just one, and I was more than willing to get one out of box. There was ones that were out of box, but everyone wanted more money for them for some reason. So I got this one that was new in box, never opened. And I was like, oh, well, at least I get everything she comes with now. So this is my third one that has all her stuff. So now I will go over her for you guys. But yeah, I just thought I'd go over the story of her. So first I will start out with her face. I'm going to zoom in for you guys. So she does have, like I said, the Generation Girl face. And she has the classic screening that they used for a lot of early 2000s Barbies. So she has like brown eyeshadow, and I think there's maybe silver underneath the brown. And then she's got black eyeliner on top with black eyelashes, and then she's got brown liner on the bottom. And she does have like the 2 dots in there, and then the sort of design on in the iris. And her iris is outlined. And she does have green eyes with red lips. And then her hair is Kanekalin hair in a side part over on her right side. It is very thickly, at least this one is very thickly rooted. So if you twist her hair, she does have a decent amount of hair. There we go. So yeah, she's got quite a lot of hair. She does have the smaller generation girl face with silver earrings. And she has on the 1991 body. And she has the necklace that I'd mentioned before with the red bead on it. Just a simple red bead. And it's tied in the back. And then she has this like robe looking thing that's made of mesh material, and it has holly and swirls on it. Now the glitter does come off easily, so if you just, yeah, so you can see glitter does come off, and it also does come off of here. My doll needed a thorough washing after I got her out, because she did have dry rotted elastics. There was like the clear ones that hold the dress up, but they had dry rotted from age, and then there was the rubber bands that go across to keep the necklace in place, but that had dry rotted as well. She does have like gold trimming, and there's a little bead with a loop to keep it closed. She does have the shiny doll arms, and that's that. Let me see if I can open this so I can show you what the dress looks like. But yeah, there's just a little loop with a bead that keeps it closed. But she's got this very slimming metallic dark green dress, and underneath the dress it is black. So that's what makes it have that deep sort of green look. She does have like a twisty waist with bend and snap knees. Yeah, the shimmer does actually come off of the dress fairly easily. So that's why because I was like posing her and stuff like that, so she's got little like sparkles on her face now from the shimmer. And yeah, that's the dress. Velcro's in the back, but it's supposed to have little elastic straps at the top, but they, of course, disintegrated ages ago. And there's like a section here. So, and the arms do go out. Her legs can go forward and backwards. And of course, her neck articulation is classic Barbie neck articulation. And for accessories, she does have this kind of basic looking brush. I kind of wish it was the cloud shell looking brush. I always thought this kind of brush was boring. It's just a square that has some texture on it. And down here it has like lines. But it's green. And then I don't keep the shoes on her because they fall off instantly the moment that I put them on, but those are the shoes. I wish they were the classic Barbie pumps. Those actually stayed on better. And so I guess I will undress her and show you what the body type looks like, what her body mold looks like. So this is her body mold. And she does have bendy knees, so she has the bend and snap knees with the twisty waist, so she can twist and turn. Her knees aren't very good though. They don't pop very loud. She was like this right out of the box. So, and the knees will eventually go back to their original position. Yeah, you can see. Yeah. So her knees are not that great at all. They're not very sturdy. They're not very strong. They can't really hold more than one pose. She does have the panties that are just white plastic. This is not painted. It's actually white plastic. And yeah, her skin tone is very like porcelain-like. They did have an AA version of her with the Asha face mold. And then that is her body info. So it is the 1991 Mattel Barbie body sculpt, and she is made in Indonesia. So yeah. And I thought I would show y'all what the robe situation looks like when it's off. So yeah, it is very see-through, and that is the pattern all over it. So yeah, very nice. And I will just leave her like this because, you know, it's not Christmas anymore, but you could leave her in this green dress for St. Patrick's. So that is what I will be doing, and I managed to get these shoes to stay on. But yeah, that's what they look like. Yeah, you can see they're already trying to come off. So yeah, these ones, the only way you're gonna get these shoes to stay on is if you use elastics to keep them on. Yeah, this one's literally just falling right off. So I don't think that these were designed for this particular foot mold, if I'm not mistaken. I think these were designed for the other kind of Barbie feet. So she has this sculpt for her feet. The sculpting is very like smoothed out and everything. There's no defined toes sculpted. And this is the more common early 2000s Barbie foot mold. So let me see, actually. I'm pretty sure that these shoes were designed to go onto this particular style of foot. It's kind of hard to do this on camera. Here, I'll come back when I have it on. No, I stand corrected. They still want to come off, but you can see that it's more designed for this shape of foot. But they still want to pop right off, so. Then again, this is a water play Barbie from 2014. So she has solid legs, so maybe they would go better on a doll with rubber legs. I don't know. But anyhow, all in all, her shoes don't stay on that well, but regardless, she is really gorgeous. Her lips are actually showing up lighter on camera, but they're actually a little bit darker in person. So, but yeah, that is her. So, thank you guys for watching and listening to my little story time over her. She's a very gorgeous doll. One of my faves, and I'm glad I have her back in my collection. I hadn't seen this doll in person since like 2013, so. And it was nice getting to have her again with all her stuff that she is supposed to come with. She was supposed to come with a ornament. It was like a snowflake ornament. It was supposed to be made of clear plastic with gold chunks of glitter in it, but when I got her, it was all yellow, and I thought that it was just a gold snowflake, but no, apparently the plastic had yellowed, and so her ornament crumbled into pieces. So yeah, and the little zip tie thing that goes on the back of the hair to hold it in, that was yellowed as well, but surprisingly, the window to the box wasn't yellowed. So I don't know what was going on there. Maybe humidity or something like that got to her. But yeah, the ornament did not survive. But I didn't really care because I just wanted the doll herself. Even if I had to buy her naked, I didn't care. I could have put her in other clothes. But nevertheless, I'm glad that I have her with everything that she's supposed to come with. And she is my doll, like she has never been played with before. She has only been played with by me. So it's like she's actually mine. So yeah, anyhow, that's my video. Thank you guys for watching. More videos to come, and remember to stay true to you.